Well, it's the 15th of November, so that means it's time for Caps Recap, my monthly little channel update series. Hopefully on time for once. Well, I am recording this in advance, so there's no reason it shouldn't be up in time. Anyway, not much has changed for the channel, and not much is going to change for the channel, because Danganronpa is a pretty long game. I just started Super Mario Sunshine. I'm still relatively early into Batman Arkham City, which I need to pick back up. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom is going to have at least 52 or 53 parts. I can't remember. Like, I am doing one map per video, but then there will be repeats that I kind of just skip over. Or at least just show, like, off the new changes and whatnot. And I don't know, I'll get to that when I get to it. But yeah, those are going to be going on for a while, and I fully expect Yu-Gi-Oh! And Danganronpa to continue into 2018. Mario may end up ending by the end of December. Depends on how progress goes with that, especially since I'm keeping blue coins to their own specific videos. And Batman, I just have no clue how that's going to go. It might end before 2018, it might not. As such, I'm going to be making a few changes to the games I planned on starting up. And because I kind of want to avoid doing 3 uploads per day, outside of uploading Detention alongside the other things until that wraps up, some things will be held off on a little longer than others. But yeah, Lisa is definitely going to be a 2018 game whenever I get around to starting that up. Yoshi's Woolly World, I expect to start up fairly soon. Just want to make sure I have a decent enough backlog in the other games I'm LPing before I start that up. And so far I do have a decent backlog of Mario Sunshine and Danganronpa. I just need to get Falsebound Kingdom up to that level next. Which is kind of tough because Falsebound Kingdom maps take a lot longer than I usually expect going in. I guess that's what happens when you change your strategy up from only using one character to bulldoze everything to just trying to keep things a little more interesting and using a whole bunch of different other characters. I will admit, that is making the LP rather fun for me. But yeah, once I'm a little ahead in Falsebound Kingdom, which shouldn't take too much time for me to do, I'll get started on recording Yoshi's Woolly World, which is only going to go up on weekends. One video a week for that doesn't seem too bad, especially with how I plan to sort of have things play out for that. The Wonderful 101 will probably get the Yoshi's Woolly World treatment in that it'll also go up only on weekends. But that one might start a bit later due to one thing in particular I have planned. Well, actually, let me go back on what I said about avoiding 3 uploads per day outside of Detention uploads, which, I mean, that's a short game in of itself, so that won't be taking up too much more time. But the exception to that 3 upload thing will be weekends, because they're the weekend. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna load those days with like super long videos or anything. Videos uploaded on the weekend will be relatively short, especially with some of the things I have coming up. You know, plus with Wonderful 101, those videos I don't anticipate being too long, because those levels are sort of weird in of itself. Like, one whole mission could probably take like a rather long time to do, but each mission is broken up into parts, and I figured I'll just do those parts, like part A of the mission, then part B, and then part C as their own separate videos, and those wouldn't be too big, but alright, none of that's important right now. But yeah, weekends will be the exception to the 3 upload rule. But even then, I won't be spamming like super long videos, and some weekend days might only have 2 uploads or even 1, just depending on certain things that pan out. Being overly cryptic for no real reason. Oh yeah, and Crash Insane Trilogy. As of recording this update, I believe that only has like 4 or 5 videos left. It depends on how I break things up, but yeah, compared to the end game of Crash 1 and Crash 2, we didn't really have that much trouble finishing it, all things considered. I mean, it is the easiest game of the Crash trilogy, so yeah. That will be coming to an end soon. Had fun with it, but hey, all good things must come to an end. Even though there's still technically the time trials and gems that are left. But I've already 100%ed these games on my channel, so there's really no need to go back and do it again for the channel. Now, if I were to start streaming or something, possible foreshadowing? Who knows? Well, it's definitely not foreshadowing for November or December. Like, no. But 2018 foreshadowing? Who knows? And as for Zelda, I know I have to finish Link to the Past. I'm really, really bad about that. I'm sorry. But even once that's finished, I did say I was going to go straight into the Oracle games, and then after the Oracle games, Link's Awakening. Well, I don't even think I mentioned Link's Awakening last time. But yeah, that was the original plan, but to avoid spreading myself thin and all that jazz, I'll probably hold off on those until next year. So yeah, it's kind of elongating my whole plan to play through the entire Zelda timeline, but that's what happens when your plans don't really come to fruition. And technically there is nothing to stop me from just starting those now, but trying to avoid spreading myself too thin, which I always had a problem with in the past. So yeah, trying to change. Speaking of trying to change, that's why I'm also trying to get back on the wagon of doing thumbnails and meaningful descriptions, which I've been doing a fairly good job of keeping up with for Danganronpa. And then there's other things I have to go back and finish doing thumbnails for, even long past the point of uploading them. I mean, yeah, one could argue there is no point, but at the same time, it's kind of bad to have a playlist of videos where like the first half have special thumbnails, and the other half are just auto-generated thumbnails from the video because of YouTube. You're trying to make things a little more professional and clean for my channel going forward. I still don't have a set template, but I think I am fine with that because all the games I play are just so very different. And I was never one that really liked having like one uniform thumbnail for all the parts of an LP. Because, I mean, as a viewer, just by looking at those, you can't really tell what's going on in that part. You only have like the title to go based off of, and then maybe the description if you click on the video. That's why I like using like a screenshot of something that happens in that video, which is what I'm doing with Danganronpa. And even if I don't actually number the parts, I still try to get like a really good picture from that part to use as the thumbnail, unless YouTube does a good enough job of auto-selecting one, which is what I did for Wind Waker. Like, I do recall like maybe 60% of the thumbnails in that LP were custom, because I would just go back through the video, find a really good picture of Link, and then just take a screenshot and make that the thumbnail, even though I didn't number the parts. And then the final one was just a actual custom thumbnail I put effort into, with the whole split screen of Zelda, Link, and Ganondorf. Okay, but none of that even matters in this channel update. So yeah, trying to be a little more professional and clean in my channel presentation. And in terms of videos, just try not to spread myself too thin. So, long story short, look forward to the continuation of Batman, Danganronpa, Mario Sunshine, and Falsebound Kingdom. Detention will be coming to an end soon. Insane Trilogy will be coming to an end soon. Expect the Oracle Zelda games and Link's Awakening next year alongside Lisa the Painful RPG. And look forward to Yoshi's Woolly World and possibly The Wonderful 101 starting up relatively soon on weekends. And as for all of the other little things that I have kind of neglected to finish, well, as for a little hint as to what I have in store for those, I direct you to a pretty specific quote from William Shakespeare's play, Richard III. Well, that should be enough for you to kind of get the gist of what I have planned, or at least the title I will use for some of these videos. And granted, it would make more sense for me to start uploading these videos on December 21st of this year, but thematically, I think I'll wait until Black Friday, which is just a little over a week away. Though there is a chance I might start early. I don't know, nothing's ever really set in stone with me. I'm always changing my mind and acting wishy-washy on a lot of things, but whatever. For the second channel, I've been slacking off again. But after watching a few other YouTubers and just talking with people and just taking time to relax and think on things, I think I might be ready to actually start doing more for that channel. Like, I have actual motivation. I'm feeling optimistic, which is something I wasn't feeling before. Not to mention, this has been a pretty newsworthy week in the realm of gaming. I mean, that's kind of what my channels revolve around anyway, so I mean, whatever. So, barring anything catastrophic happening with real life stuff, I might, emphasis on might, have something ready to go up this weekend for that channel. We'll see. I'm so glad EA exists and are pretty inept at what they do. As for real life shenanigans, not much has changed. I mean, I did go to Yamacon, had a lot of fun with that. I wouldn't say it was as good as the previous years I've been, but it was still enjoyable. I really did have a lot of fun. Would have been nice had Team 4-Star or Little Karibo came, but they can't come every year, and that's understandable. I went over all the swag I got over on Twitter, but just the short of it, I now have the complete Yu Yu Hakusho series on DVD. Yay! I picked up a ridiculous amount of Danganronpa merchandise, and just some other, like, random assorted manga volumes and DVDs that aren't really noteworthy. Also attended some really cool YouTuber panels. I mean, Linkara, can you really consider him a YouTuber? I mean, yeah, he does do YouTube videos now, but for the longest, he was mostly uploading his videos to thatguywiththeglasses.com and Blip and whatnot. I don't know, but yeah, him, Cornshack, and That Spooky Reading, or That Creepy Reading? I think it's That Creepy Reading. Yeah, they had some panels. They're really cool to go to. Still job searching, still getting interviews though. Yay. Car is actually doing fine, although I think I do have to take it for an inspection because something doesn't seem right. Hopefully it's nothing major. Freelance is going fine, though I think my client has dropped off the face of the earth. I'm still trying to look into that. And hopefully next year I can actually start saving up for a new computer and a 3DS capture board. That might already be in the works. Who knows? But I do have some 3DS games planned for next year. 3DS capture board situation permitting. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say in this here update. Maybe I'll do one more on December 15th. We'll see. Because I also like to do like a little update at the beginning of the new year. But just in case I don't do one on December 15th, expect around Christmas time my list of the top games of 2017. But with all the good stuff that came out this year, it'll probably be 2 separate videos. One with the 10 best indie games of the year, and the other with the 10 best AA/AAA games of the year. Is AA even the right term for smaller games from a big studio? I don't know. Whatever, we'll figure it out when we get to it. But yeah, got nothing else to say here. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time for whatever's coming up next. Goodbye.